Real Fun DC. Starring Kelly Collis and Tommy McFly. Another hour of The Tommy Show starts now.
Hey, happy Thursday. Kelly Collis, good morning. How you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing great, Tommy, and I've got some really good news for you.
What's that?
Because we've been talking all week how you've been doing this ridiculous fast.
Yeah, so you starting it with me?
There's no way. There's no way. There is a study that came out today that says that coffee can cure pain.
OMG.
And you started this fast out by being coffee-free. That
Yes.
it was going to cleanse your body and rebuild your cells and do all this baloney.
And it lasted. No, there was no bologna on the fast. It lasted.
You wish.
Oh, God, I wouldn't give her some bologna this morning. It the no coffee part lasted roughly 27 hours.
Yes, because the first day of it, you were a mess.
Yep. Okay, so we'll call it like 26 hours then. Okay. And then I put some coffee into my system yesterday, and so I've gotten a little liberal with the rules on the fast, but I'm trying my best.
So, because coffee cures pain.
Yeah.
So, why not do it?
Right. Why would we keep ourselves from the added benefits of coffee?
And it goes one step further. It mimics anti-stress hormones.
Ooh.
So it can kind of calm you down, ironically enough.
Oh.
You need to calm down.
And I was just thinking, wait till Taylor Swift has her You Need to Calm Down coffee available at Kohl's.
Right. We would be like, yes, please.
I would, yes. If Taylor Swift gave me coffee, I'm sure it has unicorns in it. I would drink it every day.
Totally.
Little Fox, senior intern, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm tired.
You're tired?
I'm tired.
I have a present for you, so pep up.
Yes.
Present? What?
I brought you a present.
Look alive.
Yeah.
She's scared. She's very skeptical.
So, as many of you may or may not know, there is a Bob Ross exhibit that's opened up in Purcellville, Virginia. And I got to go out to the Franklin Art Center yesterday with NBC4 and do a story on the man who painted for hours and hours and hours on public television.
And they're doing some beautiful paintings. And you can too. You really can. Let's wash the brush. Shake it off.
And he just is soothing and happy and all the things.
Who you did not know anything of about 3 weeks ago.
Other than his Deadpool parody.
Reference, yeah.
When Ryan Reynolds parodied Bob Ross. I am, as you know, Kelly, a big old joiner. And I'm totally into it. And I did a lot of research about it. And Little Fox, you are a Bob Ross fan because you watched his videos online.
Mm-hmm.
On Twitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So get this. The Bob Ross exhibit that's coming to Purcellville to the Franklin Art Center has become this global thing. Like, people are losing their minds because apparently Bob Ross hasn't had a gallery show ever. He's since passed, but the Bob Ross estate, Bob Ross Inc., hasn't done this. They've never done a show like this.
And Dulles Airport's close by.
Dulles Airport's close by. You can get in and out. So Elizabeth, who runs the art center in Purcellville, she's Tommy Show family. I show up yesterday and she's like, we've listened forever, like OMG. Also, I told her how to work the app, so she's listening this morning, I think. Hi, thanks for getting involved. And I learned all these things about it being, the first time that an exhibit like this has happened. All these great sceneries that he's done, like mountains and trees and sunsets and lakes and all the things.
I'm glad that you're finally involved.
I'm super
We've been
involved.
talking about this for weeks. We've been excited about it.
Totally.
And now he goes to the museum and he's all in.
Absolutely. Because I'm a joiner, Kelly. You know how this works. If you give me an experience, I'm a millennial, I will then be an evangelist. That's how this works.
Little Fox, aren't you getting excited for your present? I mean, I think he's doing this.
No, I'm very excited. I'm a little concerned, but I'm very excited.
Well, this is very typical Tommy. He's doing a lot of build-up to get to the point.
So part of what we did yesterday, I actually painted a Bob Ross masterpiece of my own with Sandra, who is a Bob Ross instructor. And Sandra had a 30-something year career in the government, and then in her retirement several years ago, started becoming an instructor.
Very cool.
So
and there's a bunch of instructors all over the country.
All over the country.
They have to be certified in the Bob Ross school.
Exactly. And it's like 120 hours of studio painting, etc. So Sandra didn't know what to do with me and my Bob Ross wig.
Oh, boy.
Why are you not wearing that this morning?
I know. Where's
I left it in Purcellville. Which,
as like a donation?
No,
or?
actually, so I borrowed the Bob Ross wig. If we're being full disclosure here,
Okay.
I borrowed the Bob Ross wig from the man who's the production manager of this amazing art center in Purcellville, who used to be part of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, the country band Fishing in the Dark.
I'm sorry I asked.
There's a lot of things going on here. So here's my painting. I wanted to unveil it while we're on Facebook Live and on Twitter and on Instagram and everywhere. that Sandra and I did.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, look
That's
at that.
really pretty.
We've got like a sunset and a red sky and a lake and trees, and I had my own little happy accident where Sandra was like, make the branches on the tree, and I drew a line down instead of a line up, and she's like, it's not a pine tree, it's another kind of tree. So we had to fix it. But
It's very nice,
my
Tommy.
Bob Ross original.
It's got a nice pink and blue, and it's overlooking like I guess some sort of lake.
Yeah, it's very serene and tranquil. So Kelly, I'm gonna let you decide where we can hang this in the studio.
Okay.
I mean, fine. If you want to hang it in your living room, I
No,
understand.
no,
We
no,
can
no.
do that. We can hang it up in your living room.
I'm good.
Eh?
It's
Yeah.
really
I think
nice.
you should hang it up at home so you and Chris can enjoy.
You know,
Yeah, you should
that's
frame
true.
it and hang
And-
it in your living room.
And you live in the city. This gives you a little bit of country
It's true.
to it, a little bit of sereneness.
A window into the wilderness.
Yes.
So, Bob Ross's whole company is in Herndon, Virginia.
Tommy, we've been telling you this for weeks.
Oh, you knew that?
Yes. This is why. Yes.
Oh.
I love it. We've been trying to tell you, and now that he's in, he wants to school us and educate us,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I thought this was breaking news.
No.
But so, did you know how the thing happened?
No, I do not know that.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, just go
Are you
ahead,
being
Tommy.
sarcastic
Just
with
go
me?
ahead.
I don't-
Fine. The
I don't-
floor is yours. You had an experience last night. You're sharing with the class. I appreciate it.
I don't know what's the truth anymore.
Just drink your coffee and tell us the story
So
quickly.
So Elizabeth, who runs the center in Percival, is on an art board of Loudoun County with Joan, the woman who is like the person in charge of all of Bob Ross's stuff, and they were talking about how people would like find their office and like show up and ask to see paintings, and Elizabeth was like, "Well, I have a gallery. Why don't we do a gallery show?"
Good idea.
And Joan, who runs the thing, was like, no one's ever asked us to do a gallery show before. Sounds great. And now they have a gallery show. And
Amazing.
they've given away 30,000 tickets in like a day. Like it is ticketed out.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very cool, and they're free. So
Yes.
it's really cool that everyone's getting involved.
However, we had a little conversation after we shot our story yesterday, and I think there's going to be a way for Tommy Show family to get into the Bob Ross exhibit. I'm just saying is all.
I left him. I was with him, and we were in Ashburn visiting some schools, and he went on to do this exhibit. So he was on his own.
That's foreshadowing. Some people are making some things happen, but there could be a way in early next week that we may
That's great.
be able to announce a way for people who listen to our show to get into the Bob Ross exhibit.
That's great. Since we've been talking about it 4 weeks.
Yeah, I guess so. But now I'm in. Let's do it. I'm sorry. I didn't
so
realize
typical
it was
Tommy.
Herndon.
So typical
My
Tommy.
ears weren't open. I apologize, Kelly.
That's I'm not gonna go there.
Little Fox, here's your present. A Bob Ross audio keychain.
Oh my goodness.
It has Bob Ross sayings on it.
Let's make some nice little clouds that just float around and have fun all day. Let's get crazy. What the heck? Everybody needs a friend. Maybe there's a happy little tree that lives right here.
Maybe.
Happy little trees.
Here you go. And so they have a whole Bob Ross like souvenir shop.
That's really cool.
This is incredible. Thank you so much.
You're
This is
welcome.
Actually amazing. I'm gonna post about this online, my online friends, and they're all gonna freak out.
Cool. Tell your online friends they should download the app too.
Of course.
Awesome.
I already have.
Tell all your little Twitch people or your Twitchers, whatever they are, who listen to Twitch and do the Twitch things.
Are they called Twitchers?
Twitch streamers.
No, they should be called Twitchers. Can we call them Twitchers, or is that an offensive term?
It might give off the wrong connotation, vibe, implication.
All right. Twitch
Right.
streamers.
Right.
'Cause,
I'm
you know.
I'm picking
Yeah.
up what she's putting down. We're gonna pivot.
Okay. Hey, what did Lady Gaga tell you, Kelly Collis?
Well, you were painting Bob Ross and getting into your zen. I was stalking Lady Gaga.
I almost spit my coffee out.
Lady Gaga tweeted yesterday that, and I'll just let me land, and I'll explain in a second. I speak Lady Gaga.
You know I told you about Lady Gaga before, right? I've been talking about Lady Gaga. Now that she tweets, Kelly's all involved.
Right. Blood Pop, you are the one who wanted to be a pop star. So Blood Pop is her like producer, music guy that she's working on this album with, and apparently she's on the final stages of this album, and it is a labor of love, but one is definitely coming out.
Yes!
It's
I
going to be.
cannot wait.
I cannot wait. And of course, we haven't heard from her since her movie with Bradley Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she's in a relationship. Also, I learned when I was going down the Lady Gaga, she's been tweeting photos of romantic dinners. It looks like it's someone that's in the music industry, like not a famous person, but someone kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And that she's been hanging out with.
That's cool.
So that kind of puts the Bradley Cooper rumors to rest.
Right.
Unless she's playing like hot girl.
Or unless it is Bradley Cooper.
Right. Or she's playing hot girl.
Have we seen this guy's face?
No. No, he has a name. I don't remember what it is.
I would hope so.
Game on. Is this because you're on the Bob Ross train?
Listen, I'm over here. I think there's just happy clouds everywhere. All right, I'm feeling super just zen about everything. I painted a masterpiece yesterday.
Can you believe this guy?
Honestly, after you plucked his eyebrows the other day, I'm kind of just rolling with everything.
Where's the bell? Where's the bell, little fox? That's right. You plucked my eyebrows, lest we forget.
I did you a favor.
I guess you could call
You
it
had a giant hair that was basically waving at me every morning.
Well, why didn't you wave back? Why did you pluck it? All that hair ever wanted was a friend, Kelly. You just ripped it out of its roots. It's also the last day for publication, hard copy print version of the Washington Post Express.
Yes, it's hard to believe. So I did a little research on this again this morning. 2003 is when this launched. It's sort of the condensed version of the Washington Post that you get when you enter the Metro, and a lot of people relied on it for information.
Yeah, I was never a reader of it because I was always in a radio studio in the morning when people were collecting the Washington Post Express. But when I would get my hands on it, it was always such a fun. It was an easy read for like a reader like me. All the articles are a little short, and it was
very snackable.
Totally snackable. So today's the end of it.
Yes.
Hi, Tommy and Kelly. This is Carol calling from Manassas. I just want to give a shout out to all the people who hand out the Washington Post Express newspapers. Their last day is today because they are going to no longer be publishing the Washington Post digital. They're going digital, so they're not going to be handing out the newspapers anymore, which is really, really sad. I mean, not only are reporters losing their jobs, but the wonderful people who hand them out day after day with a smile are also suddenly unemployed. I like the paper edition. Bye.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, in this day and age, that they are going digital. Now, there's the Post is not commenting what's going to happen to everybody's jobs, because obviously the Post is the Post and it has other things going on. But they are going digital. They are providing free editions of the Post if you're on the Wi-Fi on the Metro.
Oh, okay.
And you and I, being two people that lost our jobs because of corporate decisions.
Totally.
You know, there's lots of opportunities to get involved in other ways.
I wonder if those Post Express hand-outers want to hand out an app every morning. What that would cost to get a couple of them handing out, because they got skills. They're like, extra, read all about it. I wonder if they would be interested in a little side hustle.
Who knows? We've
got all those palm cards that say how to listen. So I feel like they have handout skills and we have handouts. I think we should talk to them.
I like that.
How does one find them?
I don't know. I mean, you would have to go down there today because that's where they're handing out the last Washington Post Express.
All right. Well, if you see anyone from the Washington Post Express handing them out today, tell them to call us.
We don't provide health insurance quite yet.
No.
So we got to work on all that.
That's true. But I will
talk to our HR department.
I'll give them a Bob Ross painting that I made myself. A Bob Ross inspired painting.
Tommy.
Or we can do Georgetown cupcakes.
That's true. We have endless supply of Georgetown cupcakes.
Maybe we can what else we got here? We got some hats from Custom Ink. We can do those. I don't know. What else?
No, that's pretty much that's about it.
As long as we're thinking out loud.
Oh geez.
Kelly.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Thanks, Rachel.
Actually, Little Fox, I think you should be. Maybe tomorrow can be Little Fox's first cheesy radio stunt where we send her out to go hand out free samples of the app.
Or today is the day she quits.
I'm just saying, is all.
Free samples of the app.
I'm just saying. How good are you at headland hawking?
I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah,
well.
there she goes.
I can barely give a presentation in class. Like a oral presentation. I can barely do that.
Well, this just involves extra, free app.
Yeah,
All right. Well, there goes the other duties as assigned part of Little Fox's internship.
We had a bunch of other stuff to talk about, but we'll just do that later.
Yeah, speaking of Georgetown Cupcakes, we were out and about in Ashburn yesterday visiting some awesome schools. And we're going to take you inside one of our teacher tour stops next. Have a great day, fam. I'm going to send you out with some serenity this morning.